Alright, today we are back with another English listening video where I take you around my hometown of Silver Spring, Maryland, so that you can practice listening to English while also getting to see what the area where I'm from is like. And this time, at the end of the video, I'm also going to give you a little quiz so that we can see how much you understood. Ready? Let's begin. So today, my wife and I are going out to lunch, and we are going to our favorite Thai restaurant in Silver Spring, which is called La Moon Thai and is located in downtown Silver Spring. To get into downtown Silver Spring, I'm currently driving southbound on Colesville Road, which is the road that I took to get into Silver Spring in the previous video. The reason we wanted to go to La Moon Thai is that around lunchtime, they have something that in Thai is called khao rad gang, which is basically where they have a bunch of dishes that are already cooked and you choose 2 or 3 of them to eat with rice. As you can see, because it's the middle of the day, there's not very much traffic right now. However, if you come here during rush hour, the traffic can actually get pretty bad. Up here on the right, we've got a concert venue called the Fillmore, and a bit further down on the left, we've got a historic movie theater called the AFI Silver. As I mentioned in the previous video, this big building directly in front of me used to be the headquarters for the Discovery Channel, but right now I actually don't know what's in it. We are now almost to the restaurant. For you, it's going pretty fast because I'm not making you wait at traffic lights with me. In real life, this drive takes about 10 minutes, but for you, it's only going to take about 2. So it's a pretty short drive. The only thing is we're just going to have to see whether we can find parking on the street near the restaurant or if we will have to park in a garage. We just need to go through maybe 2 more intersections and then we will turn left, and that is the street that the restaurant is on. If you watched the previous video, you'll remember that there's lots of construction going on in Silver Spring right now because of the new light rail system that they're building, and those are actually the tracks that I just drove over in that intersection right there. Now we're going to turn left right here onto Thayer Avenue and hopefully find a parking space somewhere on the street near the restaurant. But if we can't find a spot on the street, it's really not a big deal because there are at least 2 garages within just a 2 to 3 minute walk of the restaurant. This place with the yellow awning on the left right here is called Negril, and they have really good Jamaican food. If you like Jamaican food and you come to Silver Spring, I highly recommend going there. But where we are going today is this place right here on the right with the green Thai-looking awning. However, it doesn't look like there is any street parking, so we are going to have to turn right, circle around a little bit, and go into the parking garage. Unless we can find a spot on the street right here. But no, we were not lucky. There were no spots on the street, so we are going to have to park in the parking garage, which again is not a big deal because it's only a 2 to 3 minute walk from the restaurant. And now we are arriving at the parking garage. Because it's a weekday and it's not a public holiday, we are going to have to pay for parking. However, if we had parked on the street, we also would have had to pay for parking. The only difference here is that we have to walk a little bit further. Now we are getting out of the car and we are going to walk up the stairs. There are kiosks upstairs where you can pay for your parking. However, I didn't need to do that because I had already paid for parking using the app on my phone. As you can see, it's an absolutely beautiful day. At this time, it was about 100 degrees, so it wasn't comfortable, but it was really beautiful. We are now arriving at the restaurant, which again is called La Moon Thai and is located on Thayer Avenue. This is the stuff that I was talking about earlier, which is what we were planning on eating. However, they didn't have very much left because we got there a bit late, so we decided to order from the regular menu instead. As you can see here, I got Penang curry with chicken, and my wife got boat noodle soup with either beef or pork, I don't remember, and we also got a pad thai to go to take home for my parents. Our original plan was to then go get groceries from the Safeway across the street. However, I realized that I could just go get groceries later, and my wife wanted to get tea, so that is what we decided to do instead. So now we are going back out of the garage and heading to a different part of downtown Silver Spring. So we're gonna make a right here, past the restaurant one more time, and down here at this intersection we are going to make a left. Again, I am cutting a lot of driving out of this video because the entire recording was 30 minutes, and I don't want you to have to watch a 30-minute video that's mostly just me sitting at red lights. And in case you were wondering, the type of truck that is in front of me right now is called a dump truck. So I'm following a dump truck through downtown Silver Spring, but now I am going to go around it on the left because I would like to make a left-hand turn at this intersection right here. However, I change my mind and then decide that I actually want to go straight, so I put my turn signal on, make sure no one's coming behind me, and go straight through the intersection. And as we get through this intersection, we are now arriving in what I would say is the main part of downtown Silver Spring. This is where the shopping mall is, this is where the movie theater is, and on the right here, we also have a plaza called Veterans Plaza, which is where the weekend farmers market is. So we drove a bit further down the street, found a place to park, and then walked back up the street to the place that sells tea. But as we were about to arrive, my wife suddenly decided that she would actually rather have ice cream. So we turned around and went to the ice cream shop. And although they had lots of interesting flavors to choose from, we ended up just getting half chocolate and half strawberry in a waffle bowl. On the way home from the ice cream shop, we ran into this person who didn't seem to understand how green lights work, but they did go eventually after I gave them a little honk. Now I'm going to take you back towards where I actually live so that you can see some of the scenery around there, and remember, at the end of the video, I'm also going to give you a little quiz. Also, please remember that this is only my second time making this type of video for my channel, so if you would like me to make more of these, a great way to let me know is by giving this video a like and leaving a comment. And in the previous video, I went straight through that intersection, but this time I turned right so that you can see just a little bit more of the beautiful Sligo Creek Parkway. Now we are going to make a left-hand turn into my neighborhood so that I can take you to see something very strange and then take you to see some very beautiful trees. Now, what could be so strange in my neighborhood? Well, right up here on the right, this house has 3 or 4 giant skeletons. Yeah, skeletons, and they leave them there all year round. So no, they're not there as a holiday decoration, they are actually there 365 days per year, and they have been there for at least the last 5 or 6 years. Now I'm taking you over this hill just to show you how beautiful the trees are in this area, and in about 10 seconds you will be able to see the questions for the quiz.